Hey there, YouTube. Hoosier Archer here. Welcome to this episode of Thirsty Thursday. And this is going to be a new thing for two things. I've never had a beer out of a aluminum bottle before, but also I've never had any of Blue Moon's beers. And this is a Belgian white, and I am kind of partial to Belgian whites, so I thought I would try this. It is 6.4 by volume, so that's pretty stout, and it is a wheat ale, so those are usually very thirst quenching. Let's see, brewed with white wheat and steel cut oats. Blue Moon features a crisp finish and the perfect combination of Valencia orange peel and a touch of coriander. Bring out Blue Moon's flavor by serving it in a Pilsner glass with an orange slice. Well, I'm not going to do that. We're going to drink it right out of this. And maybe you're going to hear some noise from the rain hitting my furnace's chimney, which is made out of steel. Well, it's too much condensation. We might not be able to open this. My hands are too wet from the condensation on the bottle. There we go. I mean, I could have done the Pilsner glass, I suppose. Whew. Huh. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Can definitely tell it's an aluminum vessel. Aluminum always affects the flavor of whatever you put it in. There are a couple of beer companies that line their cans with plastic, I believe, and I guess it helps, but the finish on this is aluminum. So I might really like this out of a glass bottle, but Blue Moon, you need to abandon this. Well, I got this well before the Best By date. The Best By date is December 10th, 2018. Okay. Wow. That aluminum in the finish is really off-putting. Out of a glass bottle, this is probably fantastic because the whole front end and the whole middle are really nice. You can taste the coriander. You can get a hint of the orange peel. You can tell that it's a wheat-oat combination, which gives it a complexity that a barley by itself doesn't have. There are notes, bread-like note, toasted bread type notes in it, which I find very attractive. But that aluminum finish just kills it. If you ever get Blue Moon Belgian White, make sure it's in a glass bottle. I will be honest with you, part of the reason I got this was to try this and see if, try the beer, yes, but does that not look like it might not make a good alcohol stove? Just a thought, you know. But yeah, but the aluminum is just killing this for me. This would be a very drinkable beer if it was, and yes, Okay, I know there are going to be people out there that doubt me. Blindfold yourself. Take your favorite beer. Have somebody pour your favorite beer from a bottle and the same beer from a can into two different glasses, and to give you and not tell you which one is which. And I guarantee you the one that came out of the bottle you will think is better than the one that came out of the can. You should be even able to tell which is which, even if you don't have an educated palate like I do. Now, how did I get an educated palate? Well, partially you're born with a palate that's got distinctive abilities, okay? But also a lot of it is learned. And I grew up in the restaurant business, and I was 5, and chefs were saying, "Curtis, what do you think this needs?" Just because they were including me. And I would say, "Pinch more salt, chef." And they'd taste it and go, "This kid knows what he's talking about." So they would ask me more and more as I grew up and as I figured things out about what was in foods and everything and drinks, and I became able to distinguish things. And you can definitely tell the difference between beer out of an aluminum vessel and beer out of a glass bottle. One of the reasons why draft beer is better is because it actually comes out of stainless steel. So, and under pressure and like that. So, very, very drinkable ale. Uh, I think if you poured this into a glass and let the head settle, you might lose some of the part of the aluminum. I'm sure is because I'm drinking it right out of the aluminum vessel. That's one of the reasons why I will never have an aluminum canteen. Uh, or water bottle, and I won't use aluminum cookware because aluminum reacts with things. Try cooking tomatoes in aluminum, anything with tomatoes in it, in an aluminum mess kit sometime, and just see how nasty it is. Scratch that. Avoid doing that. The one good thing about this particular container, though, this is a full pint, not just 12 ounces of ale. Oh, believe it or not, no, I didn't. I moved to California, very close to where this is brewed, not too long after they started, within 4 years of their start. And I used to see this all over the area, and just never took a shine to it. You would think with a name like Blue Moon it would come from Kentucky, because Blue Moon of Kentucky, keep on shining and stuff like that. But nope, this is from the San Francisco Bay Area, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say it in great big letters. Yeah, it says aluminum pint. And this video, that's all I'm going to drink for now. That aluminum is just too off-putting. I'm not going to pitch it down the sink, though. Don't think that. Okay. I'm trying to go through my brain here and separate the aluminum from the ale. All right, this is the way I can do this. In the can, with the twist top can, I give this a 3. Recommendable, but not fantastic. As I can envision this coming out of a glass bottle, it would probably get a 4. So the aluminum conveyance costs it a full point. You might want to consider that, Blue Moon, if you see this video. Pardon me. It is quite carbonated, which I don't mind, but makes one a bit rude. Yeah. So in a can, a 3. Probably in a bottle, a 4. Pardon me. It has some very pleasant, as I said, very pleasant front-end notes, some very pleasant middle notes. Unfortunately, its finish is completely discombobulated by being an aluminum conveyance for me. Sorry if you don't believe me, but it is the truth. Anyway, so as it stands, in that 1 pint aluminum flask, I give it a 3. That's still recommendable, but I'm going to look for it in a bottle and see if I'm right, if it or on draft. If I can find it on draft, and that'll take all the negative notes away from it. Oh, I apologize. It is a rough week. For the past 2 months, or since I made the video, I prayed for more, that you would pray for me to get more hours. Well, that did happen, and since I asked you to make that prayer, I've been working 6 days a week. Well, this week I'm working 7 days a week, so I'm a mite tired. But yeah, a 3 as it stands in that flask, but in a glass bottle, I'm pretty confident I could give it a 4. But I don't know what the finish is like out of the glass bottle, so I'm not absolutely positive I could give it a 4 out of a glass bottle. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that's going to do it for this Thirsty Thursday. Blue Moon, Belgian White. Give the ale a 3. Actually, probably give the ale a 4. Give the container that the ale is in a -1. Because the negative score, once you've gotten to below 0, what difference does it make? You can also say that about the temperature. God bless, happy trails, and watch your top knot.